shining bright. Got that good vibe feeling, feels so right. Life's a garden growing tall, gonna share the love, spread it all. Dancing with the morning light, every moment takes me higher in flight. Peace and joy is what we seek, with every heartbeat, love we speak. Feel the rhythm in your soul, let the good times take control. Together we can conquer all, with love and laughter we'll stand tall. Smiles and music fill the air. In this moment, nothing compares. Whoa, whoa. Wake up, the sun is shining bright. Got that good vibe feeling, feels so right. Life's a garden growing tall, gonna share the love, spread it all. Dancing with the morning light, every moment takes me higher in flight. Peace and joy is what we seek, with every heartbeat, love we speak. Feel the rhythm in your soul, let the good times take control. Together we can conquer all, with love and laughter we'll stand tall. Smiles and music fill the air. In this moment, nothing compares. Whoa, whoa. The mic. Yes, here we go. Welcome, guys, to the house. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the house. Let me reduce the light. Is right too much on my face. Ooh, looks a little bit too much when it reflects on my glasses too. Anyway, we keep going like that. Let me see. My God, I think I need to change the braille. So, welcome, guys, to the house. Grace Travels. Hello, darling. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining the show. Director Calvin, welcome to the house. And I can see also Yvette, welcome to the house. Thank you for joining the show. And yeah, am I fine? Yvette, thank you for joining the show. Thank you guys for joining the show. Well, I'm a little bit late because I was just trying to systemize some few things, my speaker and all that. I hope I am clear. The sound is
good enough to get started. So just tell me, guys, if we are good and done. Then we get on the show. Just type that I'm okay. You can hear me. I'm laudable enough to be heard. And then let's keep the show going. Let's kickstart the show. So thank you guys. Thank you guys for joining the show today. This is a Vico underscore space. And your host today is Victoria, as usual. And can we say frolicking in the house? Frolicking in the house. It's raining here today, and so there wouldn't be much messy, driving around. But it's okay. At least we can have some small chats and some small conversations in the house, and that's also well enough, good enough. So, Monica, welcome to the house. Thank you for joining the show. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you. So, and we get started right away. And as you guys can see, I have my title suggests the Kohera, urging the aggrieved from the last episode that they had that they should arrest their culture and not him. So part of that we're going to talk about, which is also something good for understanding that sometimes some cultures supersedes even the local law, the government laws, because it's something that has come to stay. It's something that has always been there, and it's something most people considered extremely important in their society. So it's been part of them, and I wouldn't blame him when he said that you cannot arrest me. You have to arrest your culture, because they all come from the same community, the Korean community. So that is good enough for everybody in that community to understand, apart from outsiders like us. So outsiders like us, we can always only analyze on what we see, what they bring out there, which is just a part of reaction. A reaction chain, gives you the power to react on what that is put out there, whether on an educational level or enlightenment level, or to get people, to really understand what it was, what that the person is trying to portray, because sometimes it can come with a different meaning, different folks, different strokes, and some meanings might also differ, but we might also be differ in our own thinking, in our ethnicity, in our background, but also the standard rules that needs to also be applied and evaluated in every action that one takes. So that's exactly what we're going to talk about today. So let me take a moment and greet the new people in the house. Sonny Adventure, thank you for joining the show. Thriving at 60, wow, that's a new one. Thank you for joining the show. So, and did I miss somebody else in the front? Let me see. Okay, Mary Moore, welcome to the chat. Welcome to the show. Thank you for joining the show. Thank you very much. So it's about that we are trying to analyze on what Mr. Kohera said. We have been following the situation very well, and we know exactly somehow what it is to be involved in this sort of a saga. It's a very difficult family situation. It's a very difficult, I don't know how to really get out of it. It's something extremely difficult. And the principal components there, well, probably they enjoy the show, but it looks like Mr. Kohera is still not able to move forward. Or is there something our Kohera wants? Because this is a gentleman. We call him gentleman. Of course, when he first came on board the reaction chain, wow, we sympathize with him. We love him. We respect him as an elder. And we can also understand his pain, where his pain is coming from. And we can also try to even see whether there could be that little link, the dots that both sides can connect, at least father and son, if that reconciliatory part can progressively be put in place. But at the end of the day, both parties must be able to reach out to exactly what they want. It's only people can be pushing from behind, but who is really in need of this situation, who really stands to benefit from it, should also be able to open up and accept this pathway. It's a difficult pathway. It's a difficult pathway because we have to also consider 30 something years ago. This happened more than 30 years ago. So it's not a joke. You know, when you wake up and you want to venture into a new reality, sometimes the fear of it kicks in too. And sometimes when you are too much under pressure, then you try to, swerve backward to see exactly where am I really going to? Why am I doing this? Hello, Osuyemi, welcome to the house. Let me take time to greet the new people that haven't greeted. Osuyemi, welcome to the house. Let's see somebody in the front there again. Let me see. Okay, Marymore, I've seen Marymore. Yvette, I've seen Yvette. Okay, Namesta, welcome to the house. Thank you for joining the show. And Yvette, yes, I've seen Yvette. Grace Travel, I have seen Grace Travel. And it was Osuyemi, yes. Okay, and Marymore. So we move forward because from the last receipt that Kohera, sent out, it was a sort of, well, somebody even said to me, oh, your name is there. Then I said, hell, what happened? Yeah, because I was just looking both ways. So I tried to listen a little bit. I said, oh, Mr. Kohera remembers me, knows that I am here. Yeah. But we are not his enemy. We only try to facilitate, like a facilitator to peace. So I think this is the difference between us and the ones that really want to bring him down. We don't want to bring him down. We like to see them recover. This relationship is a difficult pathway, as I have continuously analyzed. It's difficult. But somebody has to stretch out hand and the other has to receive the hand. And that's it. So let me say hello to Kela Boo. Welcome to the house. Thank you for joining the show, Kela. You're welcome. So here we do a reaction video. Remember, for any person that is new, and this reaction is based on issues that others have been able to bring out to the YouTube world. And with that, then we now come in to analyze on what we heard. Is it real? Or are there other ways that these things could have been made? Or is it true what we're seeing? Because sometimes it's not even true. Sometimes it's not even true at all. But you have to be able, to analyze the whole situation. And we always do this together with the keyboard reactors too, because the keyboard reactors too, they also bring out what they think about it, and we paste it, and we read it, and we analyze it. We may disagree, we may agree, or disagree, but it's all part of the reaction chain. This is what that enriches the reaction chain. So this is the way forward. So, and Marymore, let me see what Marymore writes. Kohera is trying his best. Yes. I think I should pin it here. Yes, now I pin it here, everybody can see it. Kohera is trying his best to shame Con Mom, but she is shameless. Yeah, that's the difference here. Because I think she doesn't even feel anything. And even if she feels it, probably she can also be bleeding inside her in her bedroom. Nobody knows. Nobody knows this situation. This situation is so up and down that sometimes even this last encounter, this last episode, what he brought out, and I was afraid to think probably she would have, maybe she would have sent messages to him. We don't know. It's allegedly, or something that could have really pushed him forward. But then it's the way out to bring this situation to an end, at least to have a contact, to have a relationship with his son. That's all what we've been looking for. We have been meddling down, not blaming both sides too much, but trying to see whether a reconciliatory path can evolve from this small engagement or the civil conversations in which loads and loads of people have been putting out small signals that can serve as indicator to both sides to stand up and iron this thing out. So that's exactly what I'm trying to say here. Hello, Robinak. Welcome to the house. Thank you for joining the show. Okay, and I can also see Gracie Griffiths. Thank you for joining the show. So we've seen it all, and we thought we have seen it all, but it's like it keeps playing out every other day. And I was surprised that my name was being mentioned there. Well, let me play a small receipt, even though now we don't really show receipts, but I don't think Kohera cares about that. But I will try to, follow the latest trend right now. So let's see, guys. So maybe you guys can hear. I don't know. Let's see. I want to play something here for you guys to see what he said here. Oh, come on. This was the last one. No, not this one. This one should be. Let me see.
Are saying, okay, maybe I'm directing it. I am against that culture, and you should not do it. If you do it privately, but you don't bring it in YouTube, and then we see it, because the whole globe has seen it. The whole world has seen what you are doing. Then how do you blame me that I'm directing it? I didn't send you to go and misbehave there. How do you say, okay, my mother is done this, I will arrest you? Arrest you? You arrest me because your mother was naked with her son? Is it legal in Kenya to be naked with your son? That is nonsense. Arrest. You go and arrest the culture. You and arrest the culture. If you feel you are oppressed, just move abroad. Move abroad and get away from Africa. That is the same as showing nudes. There is no difference. You are showing us our nudes. Eh? You and your brother, you and your mother, you and your son, showing us your nudes. What is the difference between this video and the lady who sent the nudes in the previous video? What is the difference? That is what we don't want. Call me anything, but that is what we don't. And that one we shall respond. You go get naked, do it. We shall say no. That is bad. So you remember I said that if my madam come.
Well, so we heard it from the horse's mouth, not from our mouth, because right now what that is happening there is that he's even making comparison with that beach and those ones selling noodles. We don't understand what the noodles mean. That were selling noodle pictures in the same village, and they were so heavily criticized day in, day out. Okay, let me say hello to somebody here. Auntie D, welcome to the house. Thank you for joining the show. Ifoma, wow, welcome. Thank you for joining the show. And who else is there? Okay, I've seen everybody now. So he's even making a comparison with those people in the village that sold their noodles to the outside world, or to the PDDism that were also part of the people that frequented the party, the last party that they had in the village. So it's always also good because he has his own reason for saying that. It's part of the culture, and that culture is for all of them. It's not our own culture. They know how their culture works, and they know what they feel and how they feel about it, apart from modernization that is coming in now, and nobody cares. All what people are interested right now is money. But probably Kohera still needs to wake up and accept the new reality, because I think the ex wants to go ahead and enjoy her life. So this is the friend that I see here. But he's a nice guy. He's a good guy. He's a good guy. He's a nice guy. Yeah, apart from, well, people differ in the way of experiencing something, experiencing pain. And the people that really feel it, that are people that don't just care and they just want to move ahead. So this is the situation that that is happening with Mr. Kohera. Okay, let me say hello to Breman. Welcome to the house. Thank you, Breman. Antonetta Souza. Wow, welcome. Thank you guys for joining the show. Thank you guys. So, all right, at this moment, I think, well, Kohera in a way is right, because he's a traditionalist. we remember that most of his videos initially were about their culture, the Korean culture, their beliefs and all that. And sometimes those beliefs are probably outdated beliefs in modern society that the people don't even give a damn about it again. But that is what that he has hold on to because it's part of him. There are people that believe in that and maintain that culture and don't want to part ways with it. I can understand. So anyway, let me place Robin Ark. Okay, let's see what you have here. And the Robin Ark said, I wonder what goes into his mind when he sees the daughter in a law, Madam Parasite, in bikinis and the son kissing women left and right. Yeah, I think something extremely strange in his brain, in his mind. It is strange because he's not used to it. You can't blame him. You can't blame him. He's not used to it. It's like he's seen it all, and he said, "Wow, haven't I seen? Is this normal?" But yeah, this other side, I think they want to move forward by force, by fire. This is what that I saw. This is what I see here. So we urge Kohera too to try to, readjust, reorganize his mental state to accept that these are changing times. Changing times are here and the people are moving forward. Son, mother, in the same swimming pool, whether in a holiday resort area, you find parents with their kids, provided everybody wear their own bikini and the guy wear his own. Most of the family, they travel together. So it's quite normal in today's society. But probably in Korean, it's not normal. So I wouldn't blame him for that. I wouldn't blame him for that at all. It's just that we have to try to bring him on board, let him understand a few things that he needs to accept. So that apart, it depends on whatever else they would have had, whatever situation, problem they would have had within them as families. That we don't know, but we're not going to go into that. We give them enough time to reconcile, to bring this reconciliation. Okay,
but,
now
let me go ahead and say hello to Bekoril. Bekoril, I can see you standing with me in your videos. Beko, thank you very much, my brother or my sister. You see, that is what I don't know. And
so he had been mentioned. He said he doesn't know whether that's my brother or my sister. Even mentioned Kemi Klaus as a brother. Wow, it's okay. It's part of reaction. It can be true, or it can be just for the show, for reaction. We understand that. But we don't hold anything against him. We're just trying to do the right thing. We are like an indicator to justice. We serve here like an indicator to justice, just to get both sides to understand where they go wrong and where they can make amendments and where they can both sides come together as a family. Mind you, whatever happens, they are family. They will forever be family. The blood bond is there. Whether it's a stepsister or stepson, they are family. It makes a family. It makes them the clan. So that's exactly what we see here. But another thing is that Kohera also talk about his cousin, who is a parliamentarian, because I remember I used to say, are there no parliamentarians even in this village to report what that is really happening in this village, so that one family cannot buy a whole police unit? I remember ever always talking about that. I said, at least if that parliamentarian is around, that the villagers are supposed to go and report. You are representing us. This is our situation. One family has a whole police unit in their pocket. But little did I know, today, our brother Kohera said that the cousin is a member of the parliament. So this is another drop, another ice drop in the bucket. And I'm wondering, and I'm trying to imagine, okay, now, let's see, Dr. Calvert said, guys, it's not that easy when it comes to Korean tribe. Yes. Anyway, you are from Kenya, so That's okay. I'm very sure you know the situation. It can be a situation of complex, but complex situations too need a little bit of engagement to resolve it. And without that, they will continue to live in the past. While the present civilization will continue to move. Civilization moves. Every day, technology moves. And the people are supposed to be carried along because the people that will make this civilization, modernity work, they are also people. So people have to join suit. So, hello, Captain Cake, checking. Welcome to the house. Thank you, Captain Cake. The charm, the charm. Wow, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining the show. Yes, now, Namesta, let me pin, let me see what you write here. Okay, Vico Real Namesta says first, I also understand Kohera. His argument about culture makes sense because he advised Mama Mat to relocate. In Saudi Arabia, women have a separate gyms and pools, all about local culture. Yes, that's true. That's why I said he is very right because this is part of him. And his initial content that he used to make, he used to talk about their culture. He was so proud of it. He used to mention everything. If you do this, they do and they don't. Mention a lot of things. So that's why I said for him, it's like he's still living in the past. He's still what is this? What is this? What am I not seeing? So that it's also something that has really probably brought him to this because it's like he saw something that for him is sort of abomination, even though the present times permits it, allows it. But for him, it's a sort of an abomination. So I can understand that. And that is why he said, to arrest me, you better arrest your culture. And that was my title. So let's see whether a human being can be arrested or the culture can be arrested. Or if you go to the court, you have to challenge. You want to challenge a human being that has voiced against what you're doing that is against the culture, or is the cultural norm going to prevail in the present court of law? That is where we are today. But we don't really know, but we believe there's also an opportunity for them to come to compromise. I think if there were a bit of friendship between them, the whole family, all this wouldn't have come out. We wouldn't have been hearing this. So I think the best thing for them to do is to look for a way to pacify, to bring out this progress, reunification. They need it. They need it because if not, they're living in denial. They're all living in pain. They never know when they wake up tomorrow, what is this one going to wake up to talk about? And when is a member of the family? I mean, it hurts, it sinks, it sucks. If it's an outsider, you can imagine, you can manage your life, you can forget about that. But an insider, blood to blood, the bond, what that bonded them together is that blood. Even if you refuse, you close your eye, no, it's not, but deep inside, someone is suffering. Deep inside, they are both suffering. And this is what we have been trying to pacify a little bit on this side, a little bit on this side. I've tried not to be that heavily critical about both sides. I've tried to remain in the middle because I believe a reunification process is possible, though a difficult one. But if they work hand in hand and they're really, really ready for it, it will come. And all this will be a thing of the past. But it's all up to them. So, guys, another thing I was trying to talk about today is that I heard Kohera talk about that the cousin is a member of the parliament. And that the family tree, they would have wanted his dear son to come and engage with them because probably they will want him to take over at the end of the tenure of the cousin. But I also want to know, all this while, why didn't even the parliamentarian, or is he not aware that this guy is not in terms with the Biodad? Why didn't this parliamentarian facilitate this part to reunification, reuniting both sides? because probably through him, it could have even been a little bit easier. The guy could have sent for Muringos. Come on, young man, let's talk. And when the young man gets there, and he can say, this is what it is. We are blood relations. Now, as man to man, let's talk. And probably from there, this problem could have gradually, somebody could have been able to talk sense into him, and it could have gradually come down. Because when our brother Kohera comes here openly to say that, I think Moringo will think, oh, it's because of that you want to use that to bring me in. But mind you guys, we only have a passport bro. And a passport bro, there are things that a passport bro is not really interested in, because he wants something quick, fast, and all that stuff. So when you use this part, Mr. Kohera, if you're listening, this part that you're using is not right. You could have asked your cousin. If you're listening from wherever you are, Mr. Kohera, it's just a little piece of advice. You could have used that to your cousin in the parliament. Talk with him. This is my situation, and probably my son can be a successor, but I would like you to call him, have a chat, have a discussion with him as man to man. Probably he will understand. He will. So I think that's the part that Mr. Kohera could have tried. Probably that could have also been easier. Probably somebody in that position could have been able to talk a little bit of sense into Moringos. And probably a lot of things could have been resolved without going that far. But we see, because sometimes it's like, initially he was on a good path. But these last steps that he took, it's a little bit dicey. And at the end of it, we also consider this a parliamentarian something too. I didn't really take much notice about that, but now I try to really think about it as something very serious. And let's see now, Mr. Reconciliation is viable, but not if Mr. Kohera carries on bashing his son's mamas. I feel sorry for the Moringo man. It's got to be done off Whitey. That's it. It's got to be done off Whitey. It's got to be done off Whitey. That's what I mean. That's why I said the parliamentarian, he could have talked to the cousin and said, this is my situation. I want to reconcile my son. It's been a difficult pathway because of the years that has passed by. And I want to believe that you could be the right person to talk with him. And from there, I think it could have been an easiest thing, a very easy thing. That's why I'm saying it's like Kohera is not taking the right way. There are dots that need to be connected. There are people that could have been more useful, more productive in the negotiation than him. You need somebody affluent or a reasonable person in the middle to call up the young man and say, well, it has happened. It's 34 years ago. Now, come back to the family. We want to talk with you. Talk with him. I mean, he's also human. Probably he can come back. He can come back with his senses. He can come back. Yeah. Because sometimes what you don't know, you might think it's difficult, and it can be a very small thing that is just not too far away in your hand. So that's the point that he keep missing here. Yeah, Breman said, I'm driving and listening. Okay, Passage Champ is here. Yes. So Robinak, okay, let's see. And Robinak said, poor Kohera doesn't know his son. He holds him highly, and yet he is so uncultured and not patriotic. As a traditional man, his community will demand for a traditional wife. So he is just dreaming. Yeah, that's true. The reality hasn't yet kicked in, but it's going to kick in very soon, because I think it's getting worse and worse. And we're urging Mr. Kohera, from wherever you are, please, just calm down. Ask your parliamentarian a cousin if you really want your son to succeed him. We don't know how it works over there. We don't know whether your son is the only person that should succeed your cousin, whether there are no other communities around that seat should go to, or it has to be only your family. So this is another question for you, Mr. Kohera. because when power remains in only one family, whereas you have a whole lot around, then it's not too good for the society. It's not too good for the society. We just want to see that. Maria Pine in Germany, welcome to the show. Thank you, Maria. Thank you for joining the show. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. So, Monica said 34 years. Marwa is almost, oh, Moringo is almost 60 years. No, we don't call names here anyway. We don't want problem. So, Momo, the shop said, who is this Momo? So, and okay. I'm driving, guys. Excuse me. Okay, we understand. So, Maria, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Maria, welcome, 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 Maria. I was in your show this morning. Thank you for joining the show. You're welcome. So, and let's see. Thank you, Mary Moore. I'm at the lights right now, Bremen. Yes, traffic lights. Yes, I can understand. I can understand. And okay, I've seen Maria. Sonny Adventure. Okay, Sonny Adventure, welcome to the show. Thank you for joining the show. So we are wondering for how long is this going to play out? Because I'm wondering if there's somebody here from Kenya, and in a large community like that, must the power continue to pass into just one family or one clan? Because considering that Korea is very big, and some other families, some other people, some other qualified people should also be able to fill in this post, not only one family. Because what Mr. Kohera is saying here, that it should pass to the son, and it's the same family. So I don't know whether we are practicing Mobutu Seseko or Ngueso Nguema of Equatorial Guinea, Baltasau, or I don't know. But in my mind, for me, I like to see a stable African society that democracy works. I want a democratic setting that works for everyone, not just one family. It doesn't work. If not, there's no trace of democracy there. Then you continue having loads and loads of problem everywhere. So that's exactly what we see here, and it's not really a good thing to say. Auntie D, thank you for joining the show. Auntie D, welcome to the house. Welcome to the house. So it's not really a balancing of it. We just hope they should be able to find a common ground to settle the whole scores and bring themselves back to a negotiation table or reconciliatory table, and they iron out their things. And it has to be outside the YouTube, because in the YouTube, there'll be loads and loads of people with different suggestions, people against and people not against, and the confusion will continue to sink in. So they need to wake up. Take this thing seriously. Take it outside and discuss. It's a family affair. It's something of 34 years or more. We don't know. With that, you need time. So, Mr. Kohera, if you're listening, ask your cousin, the parliamentarian, to call your Bioson and have a small discussion, have a civil conversation with him. And probably with that, he'll be able to wake up to assess the situation and accept that, well, some wise men have spoken with me. Or call the elders in your village too, with your cousin, the parliamentarian. They all sit down, they call him, they talk to man. He's also human. I'm sure at a point he will come to understand the need of having a biodad than the one that will hang his leg up and drop his head down overnight. Because it's not that that one was better than you. No, it wasn't. He would have gone through hell. And probably part of that has really characterized his present behavior, his present way of doing things or reasoning about things. That could be a part that has defined his life. So all that psychological trauma needs to be taken into consideration. So he needs a decent people, the village heads hierarchy, your parliamentarian cousin to come on board and talk with him. And it has to be outside the YT. And after that, you guys can come back and report to us what you people discuss about. and they will just be happy. We'll just be happy. That's it. So that's what I see here. Well, no, I wanted to, okay, Maria, I wanted to give you a blue jacket, but I can't do it here. I don't know. It's difficult for me to do it here, Maria. Oh, no. Oh, okay, it's difficult. It's difficult. Except Sonia wants to do that. Except Sonia can do that, or Marymore. Marymore, you can do that, or Sonia. Put Maria. Okay, now Mr. Yes, Monique, okay. It's impossible to do that. Yes, that's true. That's true. That's true. And let's see, now Mr. Vico Real Space, will that be the dangling carrot, the politician chit chat? I don't know. I think that this will have to be sorted by village family heads, elders. Yes, that's true. That's what people normally do. Most families like that. You engage the family, the village, hierarchy. You engage like the politician, all of them together. They sit down, they talk. Some, responsible people, and probably that could have changed a lot of things. Instead of coming to spill the bean up here every other day, it doesn't really make sense of it, And Monique said, and survive without serious injuries. Oh my God, it's not easy. Both sides are suffering, like because he said he's a lame man. Well, his own is natural because of the polio outbreak by then, and the other one too lose an eye, and the mother broke arm, and that arm is she's still going through pain with the arm. So the three of them are victims. A victim of who? The machete. That's how he puts it. So, well, in a way, it makes sense. In a way, it makes sense, if you look at the whole thing. Yeah, in a way, it makes sense. But that apart, that aside, it's not going to help anything. They just have to sort out their differences, invite people to bring this to a negotiation table, and you negotiate and you talk it over once and for all. If it has to be for the price of the 16 cows, I learned one cow now in Kenya should be close to 1,000 or 800 US. So, in other words, with inflation and everything, if you calculate the 16 cows, then probably maybe 15,000 US. Well, that's a lot of money. That can help Mr. Kohera erect a home. He also need a home. He needs a brick house too, because after the VC, the latrine is almost done. Then the next phase should be the house. So it's either they think of refunding that 16 cows to Kohera, or they pay him cash and let him have at least a new life, at least a brick house, just like others in the village. I think that's all. Probably that's what he's also looking for, and he's been thinking that they would have been, good enough or wise enough to think of how to settle him or call him, and they settle this out of the YTube UT terrain. I think probably he was trying to instigate, a reunion, something that can, bring them to say, okay, let's talk about this. But so far, so good. It's not working. So what can we do? Yeah, Auntie D. Hi, Maria, Sup, and Dawn. Yeah. welcome. Thank you, guys. So, Maria, Sonia, were you able to pin Maria Pine, Germany? Were you able to pin her? I couldn't do that from here. If you were able to pin her, maybe she wants to subscribe to somebody. I don't know. I can't do it right from here right now. I tried. I didn't succeed. So this is exactly where we are, guys, today. But let's hope the truth will prevail, and people will see things differently. And I think this will have to be sorted by the village. Yes, we have read this by Namester. Yes. In Germany, I saw John. Okay, that's good. That's good. Auntie D, that's good. That's good. Yes. So, Maria, you have a sub there for you. After you can return to Auntie D too. So this is exactly what I really have for you guys today. It wasn't much. It was just a small. You can't just notice my name was even mentioned there. Let me play it again. I think I still have two of
coming
them.
across the road. But let me go ahead and say hello to Bekoril. Bekorili, I can see you standing with me in your videos. Beko, thank you very much, my brother or my sister. You see, that is what I don't know. And
Mr. Kohera doesn't know whether I'm a brother or my sister. But it's okay. At least I like it. Let's see what Namesta writes. Okay, Namesta. Justice for the refund of the 16 cows, 15,000 US times 37 years inflation. Who will pay the refund? No, Namesta, the price of the cow, as of then, it wasn't up to $1,000. Probably it was even $150 or 100 by then, 37 years ago. So the inflation, if we put it now at $1,000 or $800 now, so that means we have covered the inflation. The inflation has been tightened up with this total sum. That's what I think, because I think probably in those days it wasn't up to that. Bye-bye, Merimo. I have a Zoom call in 5 minutes. Okay, Merimo, no problem. We see again later today in another show. Thank you for joining the show. So the inflation has been, built into this 15,000, because probably by then, 37 years ago, one cow probably could have been maybe $100 or so. So I think this is exactly where it is. But, well, we never know. Maybe there could still be a little bit of something on top of that 15,000. Interest. Call it interest. There could be a little bit of interest. Interest for 37,000, man. In 37 years, it's a lot of money. It's a lot. It's a lot of money. How will they repay that? Because if they really, really wanted to sort out this problem, they could have said, okay, hell, check this. One child could have said, okay, I give him 3 cows, the other one 3, the other one 3. And they wait, the other ones, gradually they do it, and everything would have been fine. Yeah. But it's like, as we guys know, that they don't like spending money. Once they only like to collect, but not spending. So once the money gets inside, to take it out, whoop, it's a bad one. Bad maths. Tell me. Namesta. Oops, my bad maths. No, it's not that. It's not. You're not wrong. But it happens because inflation is it's like this. Probably by then the exchange rate was very low, so that's why I said probably by then it could have been maybe 37 years ago. Maybe $1 was also equivalent to 1 Kenyan shilling, or what do you call it? I don't know how to evaluate it, because I know in most countries by then the dollar, the pounds, they were almost the same like most of the currencies in Africa. And that is why the Europeans really wanted to weaken our currency, weaken the African currency, because of the goods, most of the things that they were getting from Africa, from the third world. So they weaken it and reduce it to ashes. Inflation 1,000%, 500%, 200%. If not, most African countries, their currencies were as strong, even stronger than British pound sterling. I remember when? As of which year? 1981? I remember 1981. You can buy a ticket to England for 400 and to New York, 400 and something naira from Nigeria. You can buy one ticket. And by then, naira was stronger than the US dollars. 1 naira was 80 cents US dollars. So it was stronger. So with 400 and something, you can go to New York, return. But now you need how many million naira to go to New York and return? You need at least 1.5 million naira. So you guys can imagine the inflation, more than 1,000 more. You can imagine from that 1980, 81. Britain too, it was the same. Britain, the naira was almost the same, almost equivalent. Or if they had maybe British pound selling a little bit, but now it's everything, boom. So that's exactly what it is. Let's see Robinak, what Robinak said. And Robinak said, but the cows must have multiplied. Yeah, that's true. That's true. The cows would have bought them children. and they would have sell it out to making money too. That's it. Or the ones that bought them children, those children would have been there to reproduce, and they're selling the animals and they're selling the milk from it, or they make cheese from it. Yes. So by and large, then they're not supposed to pay them less than 50,000 US. 50 from 15 to 50. Yeah. For the 37 years. If we really have to, if we have an economist here to really make a good mathematics about it, then we'll come to the real figure. But the cows must have multiplied, but this must have been used by the brothers for their dowry too. Yes, that's true. By the time Sokoro joined his creator, he was a pauper. That's true. That's true. That's true. That's true. You know, it's a circle, that goes round. So whatever comes around goes round. So now, as I said, Mr. Kohera Senior would have to pay all the bills and school fees, university tuition fees for all the 37 years, and he will still have a profit. After all, the dowry child support calculations. Yes, but the child support, we don't know. Was he really paying child support? I think he wasn't paying child support too. But then the tuition fees and all that too, was he paying? No. So maybe the 37 cows, the other one would have said, yes, I use it to take care of your boy. Okay, and if that is true, let him see the father. At least everything would have been concluded now. Okay, Auntie D, you're at work. Okay, no problem. Thank you, Auntie D. So have a nice day. We'll soon be up too. Okay. So the situation, keeps going round and round. And then I'm Mr. Serobinak at the 16 cows could have had multiple babies, cows in great grand cows. So my bad maths wasn't that bad. No, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't, because we didn't even take these aspects into consideration, because the cows too could have bore many children, and all that. And over the years, they would have used it to sell, to milk, to do a lot of things. So 16, it's not a joke. It was like having an army of a cow in your house. Yeah, it was a big thing. It was a big thing. And who knows what really happened, how the Kohera family got to that. If they really acquired all that, they sacrificed everything they have just to have this maiden bride in the house. And at the end, it didn't turn out to what they wanted. And well, I just hope that they can, come back together and, put their things on the table and sort out and see how they can sort out themselves and bring an end to this continuous saga, because it's not really easy. It's not really easy. Grace travels and visa requirement. How are you? Are you at work? I know you're always at work. Thank you for sparing the time to join. So that's exactly what it is. But we hope they can, tidy up a few of all this situation and come back to normalcy. But we feel that within the YouTube, it will be difficult because of so many people with their different, different thoughts. But within them, they should know exactly what they want. It has to be from them. It has to be out of their free will. But if all the news every day has to come on the YT, well, why not report? We will continue to react, because that is our power here. We have to react. Once you put it out here, we will react. We will analyze. We will, combiningly the reactors and the intelligent keyboard reactors too, we will all bring out our ideas, and we will see exactly where that is lacking. So this is exactly what that is going on here. But we just wish they will continue to try to find a way to pacify, to bring this peace. And the Kohera, if you're watching, call your village elders, call your relations, call the parliamentarian. If you really think that your bio son is qualified for that post and the post should pass to him, I don't know why you think so, because I think that you should have other children too. Apart from him being the first child, you should have other children too. Or there are other villages in that same area too that can also produce somebody. It doesn't really need to be only one family. then the democracy there is at stake. Democracy there is at stake. No, the democracy needs to involve people, not just being concentrated on one family on one hand. It has to revolve for people to see the effect, to have the effect, because when it remains in only one hand, it's like you have a dictatorship there. So it's not really proper. So no, it's just my own opinion. I don't know if your area accept that, Mr. Kohera. I don't know if your area permit that, they accept that. But my own opinion of a democratic society whereby changes can easily be effected, that leadership needs to rotate and not just in one family hand. So this very aspect, I knock it out for you, Mr. Kohera. Let the whole clan, let them sort out, let them bring out somebody. It doesn't mean that there's nobody in that clan that has traveled, that is educated, that knows exactly what to do. There are other people to allow other families to participate. That is the beauty of democracy, and that is how everybody get involved. And with that, changes can easily be made without bias, without allowing everything on one family. So that is, it's just my opinion, and I hope you don't take it serious about it, but that's the way it is. The Namisa these days, I hear they don't expect up to 5 cows. You see, the tradition is gradually fading. Yeah, because with inflation, with the hunger now, the stomach infrastructure, people don't have what to eat. Maybe each family now they have 1 or 2 cow, and that is where they use the milk to drink, to do a lot of things. Then you want them to go and bring that kind of 16 cows. Where will they have it? Now times have changed, things have changed. So that I think that doesn't work. Probably that's Kohera is still living a little bit behind in the past. So he has to wake up. Once you wake up, he will pick up. You will pick up, Mr. Kohera. You will pick up. You just need to wake up a little bit. Broaden your width and accept what that comes with it, with modernity, and everything will be fine. So now, I pray that they reconcile someday soon. Yes, by free will, like you said, Victoria. Let's please keep praying and hoping for peace and harmony in that clan and globally, of course. Of course, we pray for everything. We want a world, a stable world, a world whereby no one is left behind, whereby everybody's opinion is respected, and at least things will be a lot of situations, a lot of this fighting and all that will stop, because this is the only thing that is holding Africa back, that is making Africa poor. And we see the ones, the homebreed problem that we create by ourselves, and the ones that the West use against us to divide us. And with that sort of a situation, you hardly find a development in any society like that. You hardly find the success story of any development, because that's what the West use that to disorganize places that they know they have interest. Yeah, you find brothers fighting each other for power, for position. They only put people that they want there to be the president of that country, the people that they can work with, and that's it. And the rest, they will kick the person out immediately. If it were possible to have kicked out Traore by now, they could have kicked him out if it were possible. And I don't think it sleeps well, because you never know. Even the inner circle can sell him out. Just like this guy was sell out by what you call Campore. What was his name that died? Their president before that died. What was his name? I've forgotten the name. But Campore, they used him to set him up. And yet the poor guy had also said that by the day that he heard that Campore is the one that want to kill him, then it is too late, because for him, he was like a brother. He's a brother. So that was exactly what we saw here. But we just pray that they'll wake up, and this will be the story of the past, and we will just be happy to follow them along. So guys, thank you. Thanks. Let me thank everyone for coming here today. Namaste. Grace Travels, thank you very, very much. Auntie D is already gone. and Sonia Dretu Calvo, Captain Cake, Robinak the Sham. Thank you guys for joining the show. Bremen, Robinak, and let's see, Marymore was here too, and everyone that was here. In case I forget somebody, I'm so sorry. Antoinette de Souza was here too, and TD is gone. Okay, so we see again in the next episode, and let's see what's gonna happen here. Let's see. What do I have here now? Let's see here. Oh, it's here. Oh, Island Girl. Yeah, Island Girl. Island Girl. Thank you for showing up, Island Girl. Thank you for showing up, Island Girl. Thank you for showing up. Wow. So let's enjoy my little music, and that's it.
Wake up, the sun is shining bright. Got that good vibe feeling, feels so right. Life's a garden growing tall. Gonna share the love, spread it all. Dancing with the morning light. Every moment takes me higher in flight. Peace and joy is what we seek. With every heartbeat, love we speak. Feel the rhythm in your soul. Let the good times take control. Together we can conquer all. With love and laughter we'll stand tall. Smiles and music fill the air. In this moment, nothing compares. Whoa.
Wow, is it real? Jane too? Bye everyone. Yeah. Wow. Then we have to look into that too. My God. Jane too arrested. Antoinette, where did you get that from? Sorry. Gento has been arrested finally. Is it real? Whoop. This is serious. Well. This is serious. Sharing the love of vibes, Mayani. Oh, okay. Mayani said so. Okay. Oh my God. What really happened? He has to get out of there before they harm him. He has to really get out of there before they harm him, because these guys are dangerous. His sister called Mayani. Oh my God. Because these guys, before they go and lay something in his drink or food in that place, because they are really after him. They're really after him. They can do and undo. And this is what we told them, to rise up and sort themselves out. Somebody came there to his place with a fake rogue police, in which he could have hired a lawyer and get this man dealt with. The time of Alex too, they let them go. What were they expecting? It's going to happen. It's going to happen before their eyes, and I don't know what's going to happen now. Oh my God, it's sad, extremely sad situation, very sad. It is an extremely sad situation, but they just have to be very careful, because these people, they will not stop at nothing except they stop them. If they don't stop them, they will not stop at something. It's like part of the show. Well, so guys, I leave you guys now. Thank you for joining this show, and let's see, follow other development as it emerges today, this evening. Probably we should have be able to hear some more on what is really happening. Thank you guys for joining the show, and then we'll see you again in my next episode. Thank you guys. Bye bye. Signing out now.